Everyone told you to save money. Your parents said it. Your teacher said it. Every financial advice article you've ever read said it. Save more, spend less. Be responsible. And here's the thing. They weren't wrong to care about you. They genuinely wanted good things for you. But the advice itself, it's broken. Not a little broken. Fundamentally, mathematically, provably broken. Because saving money, the way most people do it, is one of the slowest ways to stay exactly where you are. Think about that for a second. You work hard, you cut back, you skip the vacation, you put money in a savings account and watch that number grow slowly. And it feels responsible. It feels like you're doing the right thing. But while you're doing that, something else is happening. Something nobody puts on the poster in the bank lobby. Your money is quietly losing its value every single month. The system was never designed to make you rich by saving. And once you understand how this works, not just the numbers, but the psychology behind why we save in the first place, you'll never look at your savings account the same way again. My name is Ricky, and I spend way too much time thinking about why smart, hardworking people stay stuck financially, even when they're doing everything they were told to do. If you're someone who saves every month, feels like you're being responsible, but still feels like you're not actually getting ahead, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if it helps you out. All right, let's get into it. The savings lie. Let me take you back to 1971. That's the year the United States fully left the gold standard. Before that, every dollar in your pocket was tied to something real, something physical, gold sitting in a vault. After 1971, that connection was cut. Your dollar became worth whatever the government decided it was worth. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. When a government needs money for wars, for bailouts, for stimulus, it can print more of it. And when more dollars exist, each dollar you already have becomes worth a little less. That's inflation. And it's not an accident. It's a feature of the system. Think about what that means for your savings account. The average savings account right now pays somewhere around 0.5% interest. Some better high-yield accounts get you maybe 4 to 5%. And that's only recently. For years, it was almost zero. But inflation has been running between 3 and 8%. So in the best case, you're barely keeping up. In the average case, you're losing ground every single month. Your account balance goes up, but what that balance can actually buy goes down. That's not saving, that's slow erosion. And the bank is taking your deposits and lending them out at 7, 10, even 20% interest on credit cards. They're using your money to make money and handing you scraps. I'm not saying banks are evil. They're a business doing exactly what they're designed to do. But you need to understand the game you're actually in. Why we stay stuck. Here's the thing about psychology. We are not rational creatures when it comes to money. We're emotional ones. Saving feels safe because it feels like control. You can see the number, you can touch it, it's yours. Investing feels scary because it feels like letting go, like sending your money out into uncertainty. But think about it this way. Imagine you hire an employee, a really good one, motivated, skilled, ready to work. And then you lock them in a room and say, just sit there, all day, every day. Don't do anything. That's what you're doing with money sitting in a savings account. It's just there, not working, not growing, quietly losing value while you feel responsible. The wealthy aren't smarter than you. They're not luckier. They just learned earlier to make their money clock in, to put it somewhere it could actually do something. That shift from holding money to deploying it, that's the whole game. And the reason most people never make that shift isn't information, it's emotion. They know they should invest, they just can't get comfortable with the feeling of not holding on. The real numbers. Let me show you what this actually costs in real numbers. Say you're 30 years old. You've managed to save $20,000. If you put that in a savings account earning 1% a year for 30 years, you'll have around $27,000 by the time you're 60. That sounds okay on the surface. But with average inflation of 3.5% over those same 30 years, that $27,000 will have the purchasing power of roughly $10,000 in today's money. You didn't grow your wealth,
You cut it almost in half. Now let's say you instead put that same $20,000 into a simple index fund. No stock picking, no day trading, just a boring, diversified fund that tracks the market. The S&P 500 has averaged around 10% annually over the last 50 years, even accounting for crashes and bad years. At 10% for 30 years, that $20,000 becomes $349,000. Same starting point, same 30 years, completely different life. That gap between $10,000 in real purchasing power and $349,000, that's what the savings account cost you. That's not a small difference. That's a retirement. That's your kid's education. That's options. Now, I know what you're thinking. But the market crashes. What about 2008? What about 2020? Let's actually talk about that. Yes, markets go down, sometimes dramatically. But here's what's also true. Every single time the market has crashed in history, it has recovered and then gone higher. The people who got hurt weren't the ones who stayed invested. They were the ones who panicked and sold at the bottom. Time in the market beats timing the market. Every time, without exception. The risk isn't investing. The risk is waiting so long that time stops working in your favor.
What actually builds wealth? Quick thing before the solution. This doesn't mean go spend everything. Buying things that lose value the moment you own them isn't wealth building either. That's just trading one problem for another. The real move is this. Every month, there's a gap between what you earn and what you spend. Most people save that gap. Slow erosion. Some people spend that gap. Zero growth. Wealthy people deploy that gap. They put it somewhere it generates more money. That's the whole difference, right there. It's not income, it's not luck, it's what you do with the gap. The 4-step framework. So what does this look like in practice? 4 steps, nothing complicated. Step 1, keep a small safety net in savings. And I mean small, 3 to 6 months of living expenses. That's it. This isn't your wealth account. This is your don't panic account. It's there so when something unexpected happens, job loss, car repair, medical bill, you don't have to sell your investments at the wrong time. Step 2, eliminate high-interest debt first. If you have credit cards charging you 20% interest, paying those off is a guaranteed 20% return. You will not find that anywhere else. Clear those before you invest a single dollar. That's not a sacrifice, that's arithmetic. Step 3, start investing consistently. Not perfectly, consistently. Even $100 a month into a low-cost index fund beats waiting until you have more. The best time to start was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now, today, not next month when things settle down. Step 4, widen the gap. Find one thing this month that increases the difference between what comes in and what goes out. Maybe that's negotiating a raise. Maybe it's canceling 2 subscriptions you forgot about and putting that $40 somewhere it works. Maybe it's one less takeout order a week. Find the one thing, then take that difference and deploy it every single month without exception. That's the whole framework. No secret, no course, no guru. Just math, consistency, and getting comfortable with your money being out there doing something. Time is the variable you can't replace. I want to leave you with one thought. Compounding is the most powerful force in personal finance, but compounding only works with time, and time is the one resource you genuinely cannot get back. Every year you spend keeping money idle in a savings account, that's not just 1 year of missed growth. That's the compounded returns of every single year that money would have kept working for you afterward. The cost of waiting isn't just today, it's decades. I keep savings too. I'm not telling you to throw all caution away, but I keep it purposeful, a safety net, not a strategy. Your money should be out there doing something, not sitting still and quietly shrinking while you feel responsible about it. Wayne Gretzky said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. In investing, the shot you don't take is leaving money idle while everything around you keeps compounding forward without you in it. Start small if you have to. Start messy if you have to. Just start. If this helped you think differently about money, hit that thumbs up. It genuinely helps this reach people who need to hear it. And subscribe if you want to keep thinking about money in ways that actually move the needle. I'll see you in the next one.